Hey everyone, it's Sagan. Today, we're doing a complete review of the newest hero, Defender of the Forest, Estel. People have different opinions about her. Some think she's not good, and others think otherwise. However, the real question remains, is it worth summoning her? Join us in this video as we delve deep into Estel's abilities, exclusive weapon, and item builds. Later in this video, I will give my personal thoughts on whether he's worth the investment. Let's go straight to her abilities. Estel has a party buff of weapon skill regen speed plus 30% and skill damage plus 30%. She also has a plus 5% shield increase on battle start, skill damage 8%, and weapon skill regen speed plus 5%. Her party buff is particularly effective, especially in triggering chain skills, which proves beneficial for dealing burst DPS, particularly on boss monsters. This party buff can be utilized in all game modes. Her normal attack is called Sylvan Arrow. Shoots arrows imbued with the power of nature to inflict ranged damage to enemies. Her primary attack consists of a jump shot, followed by 3 standard arrow shots. This jump shot has the capability to traverse through walls and target enemies situated on both lower and upper platforms. Additionally, it can leap through multiple enemies, dealing damage to each one it passes through. This versatility makes it useful across all game modes. Her chain skill is called Purge Forest. It is injured to downed. Shoots arrows created with elemental power to inflict 385% of DPS as range damage. Her chain skill is a target lock skill, which means you can delay the chain skill for optimal chain combo DPS. This chain skill can be used in most game modes, except for Expedition and Co-op Defense, due to its lack of area of effect damage. Her special ability is called Sharp Senses. If her attack does not hit for 2 seconds, the damage of her normal attack increases by 15% for 5 seconds. This effect overlaps up to 2 times. Upon maximum overlap, her crit hit multiplier additionally increases by 50% for 5 seconds. This ability is very effective in dealing DPS, especially against boss monsters. However, I believe there is a translation error in her special ability. This part should be if she doesn't get hit or receive damage for 2 seconds. I continuously hit the enemies, and the buff remains active. However, when I allow her to be hit by enemies, the buff disappears. Nevertheless, this ability can be used in any of the game modes. Now let's see her exclusive weapon. Her exclusive weapon is called Odyssey, and it's an epic bow. This bow outshines other epic bows with its highest DPS, crit damage, and skill damage stats. I can certainly recommend it for all game modes. The ability of its weapon is as follows. Buffs Sylvan Arrow's first attack, and upon hit, increases her attack by 30% for 5 seconds. Applies the effect of Sharp Senses to all allies. The weapon's ability is exceptional, as it shares the character's special skill with everyone in the party, significantly boosting overall DPS. This makes the weapon's ability just as highly recommended as the character's special ability. Her weapon skill is called Sylvan Resonance. It is level 5. It has 220% DPS and a cooldown time of 7.1 seconds. Fires Forest Purification energy to inflict ranged damage to enemies. Puts them in an injured state. Like her jump attack, this weapon skill can harm enemies positioned on upper or lower platforms, yet it is incapable of penetrating walls or obstacles. However, despite this limitation, it remains usable in all game modes. Now let's evaluate her overall kits. Following our checklist, here's my suggestion. Estel is a great addition to your team for story mode due to her ability to target enemies on lower or upper platforms with her jump shots. As a party member, you can capitalize on her special ability buffs. However, it's important to have a good healer on your team because Estel is quite squishy. In PvP and 3v3 battles, Estel can be a valuable asset with her skill regen speed buff, allowing you to spam weapon skills and trigger chain skill much faster. However, she may struggle in areas with walls and obstacles, as her normal attack and weapon skill cannot pass through them. Estel might not be considered meta for the Colosseum, but she still holds utility due to her ability to spam skills and execute a jump shot with her normal attack, allowing her to evade approaching enemies. Building a team around her with strong tanks and healers like Craig and Yuna can complement her strengths in battle. Estel can be included in your sub-teams for Kamazone battles against water-type enemies. While she may not be as strong as meta characters, having her as backup can still be beneficial when tackling difficult stages. On paper, Estel appears to be a strong raid unit due to her skills and abilities. However, it's worth noting that before her release, there were many overpowered Earth element characters in the game. As a result, it's difficult to solely recommend her for this game mode. In Boss Rush, Dungeon Arena, and TETIS Hero War, Estel truly shines. These game modes feature prolonged battles, allowing her to unleash her skills frequently and share her special ability with multiple party members simultaneously, especially in TETIS Hero War, where you can have up to 8 heroes in a battle. Estel's AoE capabilities with her jump shot and weapon skill are somewhat limited, but they can still be utilized effectively in expedition and co-op defense. Her fast weapon skill regen speed allows for frequent skill usage, which can be advantageous in these game modes. Finally, regarding co-op stages and co-op expedition, Estel may only be viable if the enemies are particularly vulnerable to earth element damage. Now, let's discuss the item builds. Beginning with the defensive build, this setup is ideal for World Story, Arena, Colosseum, or any game mode that demands survivability. For weapons, it's recommended to equip Estel with her exclusive weapon to share her special ability with other team members for optimal DPS. As for accessories, opt for high-toughness ones with favorable skill damage and skill regen speed attributes. Regarding cards, 2 defense cards are suggested. For merchandise, equip Aoba's Eye Mask set and max its level for heightened HP and defense stats. As you finalize your setup, consider swapping it for the Mad Panda Trio trophy. Alternatively, if your team heavily relies on skill damage synergy, consider incorporating the Little Princess figure into your loadout. For the relic, select Guidance of Truth for its defense party buff. Aim for defense, HP, and skill damage for basic options, and consider adding a crit hit multiplier for sub-options. If focusing on PvP, enchanting PvP damage may also be beneficial. Now, let's delve into the DPS build. This setup is ideal for Expedition, Boss Rush, Guild Raids, or any game mode that demands high damage output. For weapons, Estel's exclusive weapon is the best choice because it shares her special ability, boosting the party's overall DPS. For accessories, if Estel is used as a leader, opt for Minotaur's Necklace with an Earth-type attack sub-option. As a team member, prioritize accessories with high crit hit chance and attack stats, such as Sniper Goggles and Sharpshooter. As for cards, if Estel serves as a leader, equip him with 2 skill damage cards. If he's a team member, use 2 attack cards to boost damage. For merchandise, select either Sample Statue of Bravery or Invader Mothership Replica, depending on the enemy's HP. When choosing a relic, go for Holy Vow for its attack party buff. Aim for attack, crit, and skill damage for its basic options, and ensure to enchant for a crit hit multiplier sub-option. You can also consider enchanting it with damage to boss monster if you plan to focus on raids and rush. In cases where your team lacks critical hit chance synergy, you can opt for Eternal Unity as an alternative for its critical hit chance party buff.
The wind is to be utilized, not to be overcome.
Overall, I believe Estel is a solid character due to her ability to share her special ability with all party members, significantly boosting overall DPS. However, her main drawback lies in her element, as there are many powerful characters released before her, making her less optimal for existing game modes. Nevertheless, her kit seems tailored to excel in newer game modes like TETIS Hero War, where you can use 8 heroes in battle. Additionally, in Boss Rush and Dungeon Arena, where battles are lengthy, she can effectively spam her weapon skill thanks to its low cooldown time, coupled with her weapon skill regen speed party buff. This regen speed is also beneficial for members casting healing skills. Personally, I won't summon Estel as I already have a strong Earth Element team and am saving resources for the upcoming anniversary changes. Furthermore, I'm not currently focusing on new content. However, I would recommend summoning her if you're just starting to build your Earth Element team and want to enjoy the new content. I hope this review helps you in determining whether to invest in her or not.
긴장 꿰뚫어주지!
That's all for now. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.